10 most dangerous states in the United States 2023. FBI records show a 30% spike in murder rates, the highest one-year increase since the 1990s, as violent crime rates in the US have skyrocketed since 2019. However, other violent crimes like rape and crimes against property declined over the same time span. The worldwide coronavirus pandemic, which resulted in contested stay-at-home orders and widespread economic uncertainty in 2020, made it a remarkable year. The United States maintained its ranking as the 121st most peaceful nation in the world among 163 nations in the Global Peace Index published by the Institute for Economics and Peace. The 10 most dangerous states in the US are listed below, taking into account violent crimes rates such as murder, assault, rape, and other serious crimes. Please hit the like subscribe button on this video before we begin if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, and please leave a comment as well. At number 10 we have Michigan. The 10th highest rate of violent crimes in the US is found in Michigan. The most violent and serious crimes are concentrated in the most populated areas of Michigan, as they are in many other states. The state has fewer than 500 violent crimes per 100,000 residents, whereas Detroit, the state's largest city, has 1,088 violent crimes per 100,000 residents. 40% of the violent crimes in the states were committed in Detroit's metro region in 2020. 2020 saw 328 homicides in Detroit, up 17% from the previous year, and the first time it exceeded 300 since 2016. Statewide rates of violent crimes have increased by 9.3% in the last year. The majority of violent crimes rates in the states have decreased since 2009. Nevertheless, robbery cases have increased by 50% from 11,522 to 5,350, while violent crimes have decreased from 49,000 to 43,000. Burglaries have decreased as well from 74,345 in 2010 to 28,572 in 2019. The rape category stands out as having experienced an increase from 4,733 to 7,235 instances. At number 9 we have Arizona. The Grand Canyon states 45% increase in homicide rates, resulting in 513 reported murders in 2020 and a total of 485 violent crimes per 100,000 residents, which is not as great as an increase as Michigan, which is ranked 10th. The Grand Canyon is the state's most famous landmark, but it ranks as the 7th most dangerous in the Union. The former mining town of Globe is among the places that regarded as being the most hazardous or violent. Residents are particularly prone to property crimes, with 7,380 such crimes reported per 100,000 people, in addition to seeing 2,141 violent crimes per 100,000 people, the highest rate of violent crimes of any city in the state. However, Telson outspaces Globe in terms of property offenses. 1 in 11 locals experience property crime. Phoenix is the largest city in the state, has 8,419 violent crime occurrences per 100,000 residents, including 120 homicides, 660 rapes, 2,040 robberies, and 5,670 assaults. At number 8 we have South Dakota. South Dakota is one of the US states with the lowest population, and is also one of the most dangerous, with 501 violent crimes per 100,000 residents. Only 7 states had greater violent crimes rates, and the region that is home to Mount Rushmore saw a rise in violent crimes of more than 25% in 2020. Due to a strategic 135% spike in homicides, this is the second highest increase of any state. 2019 saw 17 recorded homicides, while 2020 saw 40. Aggravated assault accounted for 80% of all violent crimes in South Dakota and the most frequent type of offense. The most popular city in South Dakota is Sioux Falls, which also has one of the worst crime rates at 555 aggravated assaults, 5 murders, and 121 rapes per reported in the city. In addition, 5,288 property crimes were committed there during the year. The worst rates in the states are seen in Mitchell, a city with just over 15,000 inhabitants, and according to FBI records, 81 violent crimes and 573 property crimes were reported in 2018. At number 7, we have South Carolina. Despite having a high rate of violent crimes events, 5,331 per 100,000 residents, South Carolina only experienced a slight rise of 3.8% from 2019 to 2020. However, this includes 10.5 murders per 100,000 people, with the 5th highest rate of any state. The recorded 549 homicides are more than many states with a far greater population. With 1,200 violent offenses per 100,000 residents, Spartanburg is regarded as the most dangerous city when it comes to specific locations. Charleston itself doesn't rank among the state's most dangerous cities, but not Charleston, the third most populated city in South Carolina, with 114,852 people, has 960 violent crimes per 100,000 residents. At number 6, we have Missouri. The fact that Missouri, the 6th most hazardous state in the US, is partially due to the presence of several large cities there, with little over 6 million residents. It had 723 homicides and a violent crime rate of 543 per 100,000 inhabitants in 2020. This is a rise of 9.6 from the previous year. The third largest of the big cities, Springfield, is the most dangerous of all Missouri cities, and it has the second highest rate of violent crime and property crime. St. Louis has the highest murder rate in the state and approximately 6,000 violent offenses in total. The largest city is Kansas City, which has a population of around 500,000. And there is 1 in 69 probability that a resident may experience a violent crime there. But compared to other cities in the state, Kansas City has the lowest rate of property crime. At number 5, we have Louisiana. Louisiana has the greatest ratio of homicides per 100,000 people, making it the state with the 5th highest rate of violent crime overall. In actuality, there were 734 homicides in 2000, or around 16 murders for 100,000 inhabitants. Nevertheless, it is important to remember that despite having a population of fewer than 5 million, Louisiana often attracts more than 50 million tourists each year, more than double the increase experienced by the nation. The state's violent crime rate increased by more than 16%. While receiving so many visitors, it is not unusual. Louisiana does increase the numbers for more than some of other states with huge populations, and the state's most popular tourist destination is New Orleans, which has 1,144 violent crime incidences per 100,000 residents. It is surprising that New Orleans does not frequently appear on the list of the state's 10 most hazardous cities, given that more than 1 million people visit the city for Fat Tuesday celebrations. Hammond, Opelousas, and Alexandria are the 3 of the most hazardous cities in Louisiana. At number 4, we have Arkansas. Despite having a population of under 3 million, Arkansas is ranked as the 4th most dangerous state with 321 killings, and it has a greater murder rate than some of the states which subsequently larger populations. And violent events, 80% of which are aggravated assaults, have increased by 14.9%. The state's capital and the busiest city is Little Rock. the rate of which violent crimes is 939 per 100,000 documented events, which is actually lower than Pine Bluff, the state's most hazardous city, where the rate is above 1,000 per 100,000. At number 3, we have Tunis. Tunis citizens saw 673 violent crimes per 100,000 inhabitants, ranking it as the most dangerous state, an increase in violent crimes of 13%. It is the most hazardous state in the south, and Memphis has the violent crime rate of 1,359 per 100,000 people, which accounts for the high ranking. Although it is disputed with Anchorage in Alaska, the metro region has the highest crime rate of any in the nation and the highest crime rate of any city in Tunis. Even the safest cities in the state, such as Churchill Hill, Signal Mountain, and Mount Carmel, cannot bring the figures back down. According to FBI data, you had a 1 in 90 chance of becoming a victim of violent crime in Memphis, a 1 in 25 risk of becoming a victim of property crime, 1 of 240 chances of becoming a victim of vehicle theft, and 1 in 5,722 chances of becoming a victim of homicide. At number 2, we have New Mexico. Although New Mexico comes in second on the list, it is one of just 2 states with a violent crime rate that has decreased annually, and it has made the biggest strides among the 10 states with a 6.5% decrease in reported crimes. But despite a sharp decline in violent crimes, there are still 778 violent occurrences reported per 100,000 people. Additionally, the state has greater rates of parcel theft than the entire US, as well as high rates of vehicle and property theft. The biggest and the riskiest city is the state of Memphis. For every 100,000 inhabitants in the area, there are 1,107 violent crimes. The safest New Mexico cities are Milan, Corrales, and Raton. At number 1, we have Alaska is the most dangerous state to live in, despite having one of the lowest population densities. It has 838 violent crimes per 100,000 residents, which is 360 more violent crimes than Michigan. In 10th position, and 55 more violent crimes than its next closest competition, New Mexico. Alaska is one of just 14 states that had a fall of violent crime in 2020, despite its high rates of crime. Nevertheless, its 3.4% drop is not large as that of New Mexico's own decline. The violent crime rate in the state is more than twice as high as the national average of 398.5. The majority of serious crimes take place in large cities, with Anchorage reporting 1,171 violent crime offenses. Although it is home to just over 40% of the state's population, the Anchorage metropolitan area actually sees close to 60% of all violent crimes that are reported. Thank you guys for viewing, and for more videos like this one, don't forget to like and subscribe. Post a comment on the video with your own opinions, guys. In order to never miss a video, don't forget to press the notification bell, and I'm waiting for you in the next one.